General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi Wine amutambuza kannagi takyamwebasa ku tulo anti buli lukya abaako Subaru gy'aleetawo muzinga omupya ate ogujja mu Museveni mu mbeera ebigambo ne bimusobako. General Museveni aba akyabala kino ate Kyagulanyi ng'aleetawo kino mu Museveni ng'asoberwa kati ensangi zino atambulira mu busoberwa bwereere. Kyova olaba ebyenfuna by'eggwanga Uganda byonna bidobonkanye bifa biggwawo lwa kuba nti nno Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert amutaddeko tabo. Ekyo nno Kyagulanyi yakyogera n'agamba nti agenda kusula gavumenti ya Museveni mpola mpola agenda kugitema obuswa bonna bwe badde efuniramu ensimbi paka lw'eneegwa ennume y'ekigwo. Kati nno Kyagulanyi alabika ali ku mukutu muteefu era essaawa yonna wanjaba gavumenti ya Museveni ng'egudde ennume y'ekigwo. Sooka ofune ebigambo bino ebigenda okwongera okukakasa nti nno gavumenti ya Museveni tekyalina nnaku ziwera ng'akyali awo mu ntebe w'atudde era wandaba Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi Wine very soon ng'alayira nga pulezidenti w'eggwanga Uganda. Kale tutandise.
Evil and the agents of the devil, especially in Africa, but Museveni and his heartless looters and killers are on the way out. There's no way they're going to survive what is happening, what God is doing right now. But I also want to say that this heartless looter is not just that group of people that we very well know that just came to destroy Uganda, partner with racist, Western, greedy countries to destroy Ugandans and loot Uganda. It's not just that, it's also the church. The church is also going to be swept clean because we have found out that the ideology that the church has is the sheep that have scars protecting the shepherd from the wolf. That's the ideology that is on. You find that pastors, reverends, bishops, imams, sheikhs, they are the one that having the comfortable life, and the sheep which they are supposed to be fighting for are the ones that have scars. That is a deception from the abyss. It's a deception from hell. You find pastors wealthy, their children are studying from wealthy countries, benefiting from resources other countries struggled so much to put in place, while they ignore the environment and community where they live and leave it filthy. That is what is happening. They say nothing. They are only appearing in occasions where they are held in high regards and worshipped, whether it's political occasions or religious occasions. That is where we see them. When it comes to things like abductions, torture, false imprisonments, blackmail, putting in jail without regard of the Constitution, slaughtering people, broad daylight on the street. These so-called shepherds are silent. If you look at them, there's no scar on them. The Bible is clear. You, as a shepherd, lay your life for the sheep. You go out there, you fight lions, you fight wolves to protect the sheep. While you do that, you have scars to show. What do these people have to show for scars? Except living a high life that is full of extravagance. What do they have to show? So the church is based on pure deception and exploitation, and is going to fall with Museveni. And I'm calling upon you, people who believe in God, change your mind. This is a way to hell. This ideology you follow, look around you, walk away. You can have fellowship with God anywhere. You can research things right now. Information is available everywhere to edify yourself. Walk away from these evil men and women, evil churches and evil places. Walk away. Listen, walk away. I studied theology and Bible, and I served the church for 20 years, deeply involved. Sometimes different churches. I know what you're going through, and I'm speaking from experience. Believers, listen. Lastly, one time, so where I'm posted, it's a joint rotational centers for the U.S. Armed Forces for training. And one time I had an interaction with the Special Forces. And this is what they told me. They told me if there is a place that does only theory, but there's no practice, it is useless. They taught me one word that is called muscle memory. Now, muscle memory is supposed to be in sync with the theory. What is happening in Uganda, even look right now, even schools, everything. There's a lot of theory, but there are no resources to practice what is being preached. So muscle memory is denied of the theoretical teachings that are happening. I want to give you an example. Get anybody, whether an adult or anybody who has never held a hoe, take them to YouTube and let them watch a video of people digging. Then go and give them a hoe and watch what happens. They struggle to connect what they saw or what they read with the muscles participating. So everything we learn, there must be practice. So once all the facilities that do the practice are removed, people will be full of knowledge, and you have only lecturers. It's like the UN, United Nations. You have only lecturers who do not know how to do the work on the ground. So the nation starts dying. Look at the churches, look around you, look even the pastors. They are not in touch with the practicality on the ground. So they're just full of lectures. They go for different, I'm about to finish, Dorcas, I'm sorry.
Don't worry, don't be sad. It's all right.
Yeah. So what they do is they have all these conferences, they have all these certification teachings, and then people have full of degrees and all this knowledge, but on ground there is nothing. You produce engineers, you produce doctors, but the labs are not there. The hospitals are not equipped. So at the end of the day, people are dying because these people have the theory, but they didn't have a chance to practice in the laboratory.
Yeah.
You know, that's why you have, even if somebody is doing psychology, they have laboratories. They do the theory, and then they go to the laboratories and then practice. And after that, they have on-job training before they touch anything that affects human beings. So these people have set a death trap in Uganda, only parking students with theory and no facilities. All the facilities have been destroyed. And by the way, you can deceive yourself all you want, but everything that you see around is a destruction. Why? Because the truth is, Museveni is a foreigner. He has no allegiance to that land. He doesn't care. He came as a refugee. That is the truth. You can be angry, you can deny, you can try to confuse yourself. It is the truth. And if you're pretending about it, don't go out there and pretend to be an honorable person. You are nothing. If you veer from the truth, you are nothing, and you are as low as that. The man has destroyed everything. He found trains, he destroyed them. He found aircrafts and aeroplanes, he destroyed them. He found parastatals, he destroyed them. He found a bank, there is no governor, there is no money. It's a mess. His intention is to destroy you and that country. Pretend all you want. It is the truth. And
If
we
he could
will
put it
stand
in
on
his
truth.
pocket, if he could put it in his pocket, I think that is what he intends to do. Yeah.
He has no moral fiber.
Yep.
That's who he is. He's just demonic. His is to suck blood from humanity. That's all he knows. And
Yeah.
that's his, every time that happens, he's happy. He feels
It is so
fulfilled.
sad. It is so sad that
No?
we have allowed him, you know. So it
Yeah.
is so sad. The people are
Nobody
just
is angry at this. Nobody's angry at this. And you
We
have people sitting around and saying that, oh, he has also done some good. He has destroyed everything.
he certainly has. Yeah.
What good has he done apart from destroying? How do you even open your mouth and speak like that and you still consider yourself a sensible human being?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
It is sad.
If you're not angry enough to remove this demon out of a sensible country, you need to go to a psychiatrist hospital. That is the truth.
It is sad. I just wanted, you know, when you describe all the different professions, you know, the lawyers, the doctors, they should at least let our spark, you know, start from there, because so many of our brothers and sisters are in illegal detention, trumped up due to the trumped up charges. And the lawyers, I've sat in one of those courtrooms before, and you can clearly see it's nonsense. And they air it out on the media, and you're wondering what has gone wrong. I mean, why are the institutions so dead? You know, the lawyers are unable to defend even their profession. Everything has gone to the dogs, just like you say. Thank you. Thank you so much, brother.
Just one more
However,
thing.
we have to stand up. Yes, brother.
Along with what you just said, these people have cheapened themselves so much, and it's a choice. It's been a choice to a point that some of them, their own children have been slaughtered by Museveni, and they still praise and serve the same man. They still wake up and pretend that they are honorable.
It's a question. I think it's fear. There's an element of fear as well. However, we have to rise above that. We have to overcome our fear, and we have to take that stand. We have to rise up as a nation, or else he is having everyone imprisoned. Very soon he will have the majority of
when is enough enough, Dorcas? We all get here at one point.
Yeah.
We are all the same.
We have
we
to
are
be
made of the same
enough.
fiber.
Yeah.
When is enough enough? How do you wake up
right
every day
now.
and pretend and another day forever until you leave this planet?
It is enough. Enough is enough. Ugandans, we have to stand up. We have to rise up and take our place at that table. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Of course, we are not. We learn and evolve.
Okay, Doctor.
That's how we do. Yeah. So it's interesting that Dr. Nico is bringing out holding accountable. And I feel like, you know, it connects to what I was talking about. How the religious leaders have absconded and embraced the ideology that is upside down, that is just meant to create dictatorship. You see these people, especially pastors. Pastors, you don't hear pastors retiring. And in most cases, they're the ones in charge of everything. And they have scared the sheep, saying that do not touch the anointed. That's the word they use to scare the sheep, thinking that God is up there with a stick. The moment they ask any question to the pastor, God is going to come and hit them on the head and say, you cannot ask the question to the pastor.
Yeah.
The environment is like times when we're in school, the colonial schools, where if you ask so many questions, you would be considered a rebellious or a normal child in class. So all you did was to sit and listen, and then when it is done, you go away. No questions.
Yeah.
If there were any questions, it had to be the teacher to give some form of permission for you to ask a question, but it wasn't voluntary. So there is no voluntary questioning of these church dictators about the self-centeredness and lavish life they are living over the shoulders of the sheep who are completely oppressed by Museveni in Uganda and even Africa, in many parts of Africa.
Yeah.
Uganda is just worse because this guy basically sucks everything out of Ugandans and then kills them. Use people and then he shoot them. You know, it's the highest form of being a wild animal, for lack of words. And they all know.
Yeah.
We need to come out. We need to come out. Enough is enough, or
Yeah.
else it's getting worse.
Yeah.
And like the elected president said, it's just going to get worse.
Yeah.
Get up, get up, get up. Enough is enough.
Thank you. Thanks. And do you have any question for doctor in just seconds, or that was just?
Yeah, maybe the question I'd ask the doctor is to give us some few elements, tactical elements that we can use to get these guys to start being accountable.
Thank you.
I mean, yeah, besides we have what we use the term kulabisa.
Okay.
We have been doing kulabisa.
Kulabisa is
There are more
yeah.
that we can do other than exposing these people to make sure that they get up on their lazy butts and start doing what they must be doing.
Thank you. Thanks for that. Maybe if you ask or your thoughts brief.
Buvunaanyizibwa bwange, buvunaanyizibwa bwaffe mbi okulaba nti tutereeza ensi yaffe, okulaba nti tutereeza Uganda yaffe. Uganda ggwanga lyaffe, bwe buzaaliranwa bwaffe, bwe bujjajja bwaffe, bwe bumaama, bwe butaata bwaffe. N'olwekyo Uganda eno tulina okugikuuma, nze naawe, aye tulina okugikuuma ku lw'abaana baffe. Naye ku bigenda mu maaso e Uganda olwaleero, Uganda egende etulekawo. Tetukyalina we tutandikira, tetukyalina we tuva, tetukyalina kyakukolera Uganda yaffe kuba buli kimu kigenda tulaba. Kati nno okutaakiriza Uganda eno abaana baffe basobole okugisanga, basobole okufuna we balitandikira, tuba tulina okulwana olutalo lunene, tuba tulina okukola ekyenjawulo okutaasa eggwanga Uganda. Tuba tulina okubaako kye twerwanako ffe nnyini bannayuganda, twerwaneko, twegobeko olumbulege, twegobeko abo abataagala Uganda, abataagala bannayuganda, abo abeeyagaliza buli kimu okubanga kyabwe. Eno Uganda yaffenna. Ebyobugagga bya Uganda birina kuba mu mikono gya bannayuganda so si mu mikono gya nju emu. obwe buzibu bwe buli okulanga bannayuganda eva buli lunaku babeera mu kukaaba, eva buli nnaku babeera mu kubonaabona, eva buli nnaku bannayuganda babeera beebuuza ebibuuzo ate ebibuuzo ebitalina ansa. Kati nno kikakatako ggwe nange okulwana olutalo sematalo okutaasa ensi eno. Abasajja tebalina kisa, tebalina mitima gyagaliza balala wabula beeyagaliza bokka. Tunaakikola tutya? Tulina okwekyawa, tulina okumenka, tulina okugamba ekimala kimala. Ffe tulina okukomako okubonaabona. Okubonaabona kulina kukoma ku ffe, tekulina kugenda ku baana baffe. Kale kyoffe tulina okukirwana, ffe tulina okukikola paka Uganda lw'eneetereera. Mbaagala nnyo Omukama Katonda nsaba bankuumire. Tujja kuba tuddamu twogere. Mungu abakuume. Mweraba.